Last week's Monday Night Raw and last week's SmackDown, Randy Orton was on the phone with someone. And today, I'm going to try to figure out who that mystery man is that Randy Orton is talking to. As I'll put my detective skills to the test and figure out who is on the other side of the phone. Now let's go over the evidence, first of all. All that we really know is that this person convinced Randy Orton to turn to the dark side, and he has a vendetta against Cody Rhodes. Now this can be a lot of people, but I feel like I have narrowed down all the suspects, and we're going to get into who they are. Starting off with Kevin, with the one that fans have been saying a lot, that is Kevin Owens. Now this does make sense on a lot of levels. First of all, him and Cody Rhodes have right before Kevin Owens got injured, he was in a feud with Cody Rhodes. And I do think that there's still some bad blood between the two. Not to mention that before he turned heel, he was good buds with Randy. And while there's a lot of great points, there's also everything going against it, which makes me think it's not KO. First of all, the neck surgery. I do not think that Owens will be ready enough to come back to WrestleMania right now, especially with his current conditions. Also, the last time we saw KO with Randy, he was in a feud with him and breaking his neck. Also, Randy's crow of wrestling has more than one royal family. Like, Kevin Owens is not related to any, royal family, anything royalty, or anything like that. So, no, it is not Kevin Owens, for the reason I just explained. It is great, but I don't see it. And then, I assume, and just for fun, because I saw fans have been saying it, Dibias Jr. It would be awesome, don't get me wrong, it would be so sick if it was him, but I don't see it. Mainly because when WWE purchased AAA, they were willing to fire Alberto Del Rio, even though the stuff that he did was so many years ago, then I highly doubt that they will hire back Ted DiBiase, even though the charges have been dropped. So I don't think it's going to be Ted DiBiase Jr. Now next up, I'm going to throw in two here. These are Cowboy Bob Orton and Ric Flair. I'm just going to say it right now, I have little faith. Don't get me wrong, let's start with Cowboy Bob Orton first of all. It would be great if it was him because of his history with Orton, and obviously him being Randy's dad. But I feel like it would just be relying on nostalgia a bit too much, especially since Randy's evolved since the last time he was in the ring with him back in 05, so I highly doubt that Randy would need Cowboy Bob Orton back. Same thing kind of goes with Ric Flair, but I forgot to mention a point, hang on. So the point that I forgot to mention was that I feel like Cowboy Bob Orton's a bit too old to be doing this, so I don't think it's gonna be him, because I don't feel because it feels like he would have to take a bump in order to in order for this to also work. And I don't feel like Cowboy Bob Orton would be willing to do that. But this man would be willing to, especially since he's thinking about wrestling again. And my main issue with this is he should not be near a wrestling ring after that last disaster. But B, the Randy and Rick thing was already done back in 2020, so I don't think that they need to do it again with Ric Flair being mentoring Randy. This was for a month or two, but I still do not think this is what it should be. So I don't think either Cowboy Bob Orton or Ric Flair would work for it. And now the next one, which is the one that fans have been saying the most, The Rock. Oh, sorry, wrong image. There we go. A lot better than that disaster. Now, I do see it being The Rock for many reasons. First of all, he is known for making offers to certain people like John Cena last year. And he still has bad blood with Cody. And he does feel like a person that would reach out to Randy. especially given his history with Cody, and Rock knows a lot about Cody. There's a lot of evidence to support it, but I just don't want it. Because I'm just cray over the Rock at this point. Ever since he didn't show up for seeing Cody and his BS reasoning on the Pat McAfee shows just made me lose interest, and especially this is the biggest reason as to why I don't think it's gonna be him, because he's in the live action Moana movie. Yeah, and that's supposed to be releasing like in a month or two. It's just gonna be a big disaster, let's face it. So no, I don't think it's gonna be The Rock for the reason I just explained. Now it's time for my thoughts. Who do I personally think is gonna be revealed to be the man on the other side? Well, and I know none of y'all are gonna like this. It's the voices in Randy's head. I mean, it's not the most creative thing, but like just listening to Randy's promo on SmackDown, how he literally just recited the opening of his song, and like it's literally just that. It's just a voice in his head talking to him. But in actuality, the entire reason as to why he is Randy Orton's on the phone with this person is to sell tickets and to get people to be watching SmackDown, my favorites. What do you guys think? Do you agree with my opinions? Or do you think that someone is actually on the other side? It's not just the voices in Randy's head, or a way for WWE to get their marketing. I'd like to hear opinions in the comments, and as always, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces, ooses, yeet.